You are in the middle of a sentence. You know exactly what you want to say. The thought is clear, the meaning is there, but the word is not. It feels just out of reach. You pause. You search. Sometimes it comes back in a moment. Sometimes someone at the table gently supplies it for you. And sometimes you choose a different word, simply to keep the conversation moving. If this has happened to you, you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not losing your memory. Many people over 60 interpret this experience as an early warning sign of something serious. The mind quickly moves toward fear. They begin observing themselves closely, counting how often it happens, feeling tension before speaking. And that tension, quietly, makes the retrieval slower. The fear of forgetting becomes part of the forgetting. But what is happening is usually far less alarming than people imagine. The brain does not store memory the way a drawer stores a document. Memory is distributed across networks. When you want to recall a word, the brain activates a pathway. Signals travel across connected cells. The word gradually surfaces. In a younger brain, this process feels instant. You never notice the pathway. The word simply appears. After 60, that pathway may take slightly longer to activate. The signal still travels. The word is still there. Nothing has been erased. But the timing has shifted. There is now a small gap between wanting the word and receiving it. This change in timing is known as processing speed. It is one of the most common and least understood changes in the aging brain. Think of it like a large library. Every book is still in its place. The collection has not disappeared. But the librarian moves a little more slowly through the shelves. The information exists. The journey to reach it simply takes longer. This change is often more noticeable with proper nouns. Names of people. Titles of films. The name of a restaurant you once visited. These words are used less frequently. The pathways are not activated as often. They are still there, but less automatic. They require a little more time. Words connected to daily life rarely disappear. Words connected to strong emotion often come easily. It is the specific name, the precise term, the word on the tip of the tongue, that creates that brief silence. Over time, this silence can begin to affect confidence. A person may hesitate before speaking. They may choose simpler phrases, safer topics. Conversations may feel slightly more demanding. Group discussions may feel fast. Not because the thoughts are gone, but because the rhythm has changed. Some people begin speaking less, listening more, avoiding crowded conversations. Not because they have nothing to say, but because keeping pace requires more effort. The fatigue that follows a long social evening is not physical. It is mental processing fatigue. The brain has been working harder to keep up. Understanding this matters. Not for medical reasons. For dignity. When you know that the word is still stored, the pause becomes less frightening. It becomes a moment of waiting rather than a moment of loss. And when the fear softens, the retrieval often becomes easier. The word arrives in its own time. There is no urgent need to correct this. No need to panic. What helps quietly is continued engagement. Staying in conversation. Allowing yourself the pause without embarrassment. Giving your brain the extra second it now prefers. The people around you are rarely judging the pause. Many are too focused on their own thoughts to notice. And those who gently offer the word are not correcting you. They are participating in the natural rhythm of conversation. This is something people who care about each other have always done. Your knowledge is intact. Your experience is intact. The decades of understanding you carry are intact. What has shifted is timing. And timing changes throughout life. I want to ask you gently. How old are you? Has this moment happened to you when the word simply needed a little more time? If you feel comfortable, write it in the comments. If this reflection felt familiar, consider joining this channel. We speak here about the quiet changes that happen after 60. No alarm. No exaggeration. Just understanding. The word will return. It almost always does. Give it a moment. Give yourself a moment. This is not decline. It is a change in pace. And pace is something the mind continues to adjust to, again and again, throughout life.